Felt the sun on me, made me see something I can't explain. Something in the wind calling my name. How is it possible? I don't know. I don't know. When I held your hand, the same emotion enveloped me. Bizarre as it may seem, I thought I heard somebody say, feel the kiss of love. Know that it's real, these emotions we feel. Feel the kiss of love. Know that it's true when it happens to you. God, I screwed that up. Better play something else. Hi, everyone. How are you? Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Things are a bit wonky as usual because, of course, this is what happens when, you know, oh, I can't help it. So here's what's going on. So I've been messing around in the studio a lot this week, trying to catch up with some projects and mastering things that I have to do. And because of this, sometimes it messes up the stream because the setup for the stream and the studio are completely different animals and they have to be approached very differently. And hopefully, I'm not coming through sounding like a chipmunk because I'm not sure of anything that's going on right now. I should be okay, but it's hard to gauge. Ren 460 says that's why we love this channel. You love it because I mess up all the time? No. Well, for all intent and purposes, for the many of you that are out there listening, I am not a YouTuber, which should be self-evident. Oh my gosh. And I digressed. But anyway, before I begin, I want to say hello and a special thank you to the following people. And the reason I'm doing this is because this way it's easier to remember whose requests I'm dealing with here. So I'm just going to go down the line here. So thank you to DJ Bertman on Meta, Sherry Bell on Instagram, Dylan Rose on Instagram, JP on X, Wendy on X, Alfonso Petty Jr. on X, and that's it. That's what I've got. Any requests that you had to get them in. Oh, nice, Martha. Hello from Corpus Christi. Hi. Any requests you had to get them in by 5 o'clock. That's how it works. And what I'm going to do is from now on, I'm going to read off the requests. Well, read off the people that requested stuff and are probably going to get their stuff played. I say probably because one never knows what happens. Ah, nice to see you here, Claudio B. So I've got a few surprises planned. One of which is over here on the synth cam. Oh, it's off right now, but that's my phone. And there's a new number. And hopefully, towards the second half of the stream, I'll take calls because that's what we can do. We'll see how that works. It may be like a complete train wreck and not work. And I don't have my glasses, so oh God, these notes are gonna suck. So anyway, I'm gonna have to load my notes, but it's easy because I can remember the first thing that I have to talk about, which is the news. ABOX news, that is, not the outside news, because the outside news is always going to be weird and wonky anyway, so I'm not going to get into that. But in ABOX land, first show in January is in San Francisco, of all places. And let me pull it up so you can see it all. Sure. Why not? So I will be in San Francisco on the 25th of January at Neck of the Woods. I love the name of that place. And of course, Saturday, April 19th, 2025 will be Corpus Christi at the House of Rock. And by the way, that's one of the shows that was postponed earlier this year. So I'm really excited about that one. And links to tickets and all that jazz, if you need them, I will put them in the chat. In fact, here. Oh, thank you. There's your links. If you need links, there's the links to the tickets. But of course, I'll be posting links regularly for the tickets and all that good stuff because, quite frankly, it's my job. I have to do it. I mean, come on. But yeah, it was postponed. But yes, it is. Oh, J Money's in the house. Nice. Hey, Ariel Farmacia's in the house. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? I'm so happy when I see him online. I was listening to Farmacia's, what I call the Red album in my car today, which is funny that he should be here. So I was listening to you today. Um, I love that record. Anyway, yeah, you should go check Farmacia out on Bandcamp, as it is Bandcamp Friday. Although I don't know that anything's happening on Bandcamp Friday for today. But if there is, just letting you know with the other concurrent part of the news that the book is here and it will be shipping the first week of January. The book is here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go to Bandcamp and follow me on Bandcamp. But yes, the book is there and I'm signing them. I started signing them already and they will be going out shortly. And much to my surprise, there's less than 100 left already. So I would jump on that anyway. But yeah, I digress. Sorry. Sorry. Bring your own drink. What are you guys saying? Oh, I know. I want to go to Chicago. I know. Oh, Steven's in the house. By the way, thank you for that gift, man. That was awesome. Um, which is funny because okay, epic fail here. Another epic fail. Oh gosh, epic fail. Oh, dare I say it on camera? Yeah, why not? I have to like own up to my mistakes. So I messed up. So I got these really awesome gifts, and I was going to show them off on the stream, but they're still sitting in my garage, and I did not have time to grab them today and bring them with me so that I could have them here in the studio. But I want to say that thank you from the bottom of my heart for the gifts that I have. So the only thing I can tell you is I can describe them for you at the moment, but I'll try to show them on the next stream. But it will be next year when I show them. Unfortunately, I messed up. But one of the things that I got on the last Houston show was a really, really amazing hand painted portrait of yours truly and Danya from the Worth era, and that was fantastic. It's an amazing portrait. Easily one of my favorite things that I've ever gotten as a portrait. Many have tried and failed, and in a good way, because I still keep everything that everyone gives me. But that is one of my favorite things. I just got it, and uh, Steven, who's in the house, sent me a metal Texas thing that says Claude of Anything box on it. And I think it might say something else, but it's awesome. And it's going to hang somewhere in this room. I don't know where, but somewhere in this room next to my beautiful, beautiful Lego logo that Wendy sent me this year, which thank you for that, Wendy. That is my favorite thing in this room. But yes, and of course, my nephew gave me this when I was in Texas, which is a nice little Lego camera because he saw the Legos on the stream. So I guess that's where that came from. I'm not sure, but I like it. I like it a lot. So, anywho, let's play a song. I've talked enough. So this was a request before, and when we come back, I'll get into the topic of the evening, which is, uh-oh, did I put it in? Oh, God, I so screwed up. No, I did put it in. There it is. It's coming. That's going to be the topic for tonight. You should have a 2025 resolution, but should you keep it a secret? That is going to be the topic of the day. And I'm going to get into it. I took notes. I thought about this. We kind of touched on this subject a couple years back. I think during the 2020 pandemic, I brought it up. Although, oh, that reminds me, another gift I got. I got a really nice gift. Sherry Bell, thank you for this gift. She made a book of all the Quarren streams up to date, and I've been drawing in one of them, and I promised I was going to send one of them back to her drawn, which I will. But thank you for that. I was going to show all these things off, and yikes. Ooh, J Money says you should get a reel to reel refurnished. Well, I actually, J Money, it's funny because I have two of them now. I have two reel to reels. I got my old one back. I saw Danya recently, and she had my old reel to reel. She'd been using it for a long time. Is that me? Nope, it's outside. I'm hearing something. Sounds like somebody's alarm system went off. Hopefully my house isn't on fire, but let's play a song. This was the request from Alfonso Petty Jr., who's here on the chat. And this is going to be All in Your Head, because it is all in your head. Ah, gosh, so terrible. I am terrible. all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Ah, DJ Trip in the house. I just posted it on the chat that Mike can see that you're doing a Twin Peaks burlesque show dance party in San Francisco. You just spoke his language. He's probably going to be like, "Oh man." So you better post a flyer on X, and I will check it out because that sounds fun. So already we got a comment about the topic, and so I'm going to come back here. So TMT Mixes on YouTube says, keep it a secret, meaning New Year's resolutions. It depends on whether you want other people to help you stay on track with your resolution, remind you, but maybe also give you a hard time if you don't stick with it. Good point. And I said on the chat that it also depends. I'm going to get into it. So I was looking through some of the comments that I'd gotten on Facebook Meta. I don't know why I don't want to call it Meta. I just don't. I don't know why. It feels dumb. Anyway, Facebook it is. So I was reading comments on Facebook, Instagram, and on X where a few people said, I have no resolutions, no plans, and, I'm not going to do it. No, that's not what it means. But so, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the comments. So yeah, the comments range from, I don't like doing resolutions because then I don't follow through, or, it goes badly. And one person even said, I don't like to do it because I like to be spontaneous, and I think life is short, so we should be spontaneous for the rest of our lives and enjoy it, which I do agree with that to some degree. But I'm going to bring up a subject that's not that controversial, but I do require my notes. So hold on one second, because I totally messed up here. And I thought I had it with me, but I realized that I need them. I need them because there were some good points, and I want to make sure I address them correctly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what I'm going to talk about is the art of concealment. And when I say the art of concealment, I'm not referring to the articles that you're going to find on taking ugly stuff in your house and creatively assessing them and trying to make them, less ugly by creative means. That's not what I'm talking about. And just so that you know, I'm also not talking about the idea of espionage where the art of concealment is like hiding in shadows and things like that to, like, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is the resolutions that all of us sometimes will do, either a New Year's resolution, or we go against the grain and say, I'm not going to do a New Year's resolution because that doesn't work for me. And it never pans out. And I wanted to address some of that stuff because I am the worst offender on all fronts. I've messed up my resolution so badly, so many times, that I had to assess it at some point. And I have come to some conclusions about this. And so I thought, at least I'll share my opinion on the subject. If it works, meaning if it works for you, great. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. My God, I just sound like a word salad. Terrible. Okay. This is what happens when you don't have notes. Oh, finally, they popped up. Okay, nice. Okay. So the topic of the topic of the art of concealment is something I talked about a long time ago on the stream. And mostly what it means is this: you don't give away the project that you're working. This is for the creative, but it applies to all areas of life. So it doesn't matter if you're like a recording artist working on an album, or if you're a painter working on new material for a gallery showing, or if you're an NFT artist and you're trying to like do some sketches. I'm not talking about work in progress stuff. If you want to post that stuff, that's fine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the excitement that you have to get a certain project done and giving it all away, and as a resolution, as it were. And somehow it seems to fizzle out. And I'm going to explain why I think that happens. And I think some resolutions that you have for New Year's should be public, meaning that you should tell your family and friends, because as stated, um, yes, someone can keep you accountable. Sorry, I look at the chat and I get distracted. Hold on, chat off so I can't see it. All right, this will help me. This will help me stay focused. So, because if I see your chats, like I start to read and then I lose myself. And yes, this is totally live and not pre-recorded and not edited, and it will never be edited. So if I screw up, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but I'm doing my best. If my best isn't good enough, sorry. So, what do I mean by some of them should be public and some of them should not? Well, let me give you some examples. So the one that people do every year is, I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to exercise. That's like a famous one that everybody seems to do. It's like, I'm going to get in shape this year. I'm going to get into shape. It's a lofty goal. And in fact, it's a very, very lofty goal. But if you had no pre-preparation for this goal, if you didn't talk about it with anyone, and notice that I'm counteracting the concealment issue here for a second. If you didn't talk to anyone about your plans, if you didn't research some of the ideas that you have with actions that you can follow, chances are it's not going to pan out. To make things worse, you're going to be hyper enthusiastic about your lofty goal, and you're going to want to tell the whole world about it. You're going to post it online. My New Year's resolution is to lose 50 pounds. Nice, lofty goal. My New Year's resolution is to get healthy and exercise every single day and join a gym. And now all your best friends and your mates and everybody else is going to be like a week later, hey, did you join the gym yet? I don't want to talk about it. This is what happens. But why does that happen? Why do you lose the energy when you come up with a New Year's resolution? Um, so here's why you lose the energy. The reason that you lose the energy is because you're giving the energy away as you're talking about it and you're putting it out into the world. Someone said today on the chat earlier on one of the comments that the words you put out are the energy that starts to take shape in the world. In reality, it actually has a way of changing reality. And I know that for some people are like, you're doing too foofy stuff right now. That's okay. Think of it as science. Um, as we discussed last week, there are observables, meaning if you do an experiment and you observe the experiment, you have an effect on that experiment. That is something that's been proven. So therefore, we can deduce that if you give away all the energy and that energy is observed by everyone else, any negative aspects of that energy are going to come back and mess you up. And I have an example. I do have an example. I'm going to tell you about a project that I was doing and how it went terribly wrong due to me talking about it way too much. So, anyway, I digress. That means take a sip. By the way, it's okay, Mike. I will catch you on the replay. Cheers. Have a good night's sleep. You're missing the second half, which is going to be funny, but it's all good. Let me play a song. This next song that I'm going to play is sure, why not? This one's going to be for Dylan Rose on Instagram. Everybody has a wish. Apropos, I would say. And I'll turn on the drone cam for this one. Yeah, everybody has a wish. And of course, this is the whole point. Um, so back to my notes because, and by the way, um, something I wanted to get out before I continue, um, has to do with New Year's and all that. So, um, let me take a little time, just a few seconds, um, to explain that it's the tail end of 2024. We're going into 2025, and it's been a very wild year for our blue little orb. Yes, our Earth orb. It's been a roller coaster, and what year can claim to be otherwise? Because honestly, every year has its ups and downs. I was thinking about this. For some of us, the ride's a scary downward slope, while for others, it's a frightening slow climb to the top of the mountain. Each side is scary. So take a moment or two and just give a nice thought and a nice vibe to some of those people that are less fortunate than us and send them some good vibes. Um, in the later half of the stream, around 9ish or so, I will actually make this a call in night, and you can call in and speak your mind as we go through this whole thing. So if all goes well, we'll see. But anyway, I wanted to get that out of the way. So, all right. So, creative concealment is what I'm going to call this in the broader context of the art of concealment. When I say creative concealment, I'm not talking about the act of camouflaging, hiding, or disguising something that's ugly, distracting, or unsightly in your apartment or your house. I'm talking about keeping certain secrets about what your plans are so that you can focus on the plan as you are following it so that you could keep yourself in check. Now, I have nothing against telling one or two people that are your close mates but they got to be good, meaning they got to keep you on track, and they have to be the type of friend that will push you forward, and not second guess what you're doing. Because if that's happening, even with good intentions, it's a recipe for disaster. So I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to me. And it came up. It came up today as I was driving. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like one of those like interesting things that happens because when I do the stream, and when I work out what I'm going to talk about on the stream, I like to take notes. And in this particular case, I was driving, so I couldn't take notes. And for whatever reason, this memory popped into my periphery, and it reminded me of like why, in certain cases, you should keep things a secret. So obviously, I have a lot of friends that are in bands, quite a few. Um, Many, many, many acquaintances that are in bands or that are artists. And sometimes you have to be careful what you talk about. Um, So this goes back to I want to say this was the early 2000s. It was either 2001, 2004. It was around that time. It was around the time that Universe was out and all this other stuff. Um, ah, Todd says, I find this commonly has to happen in work life because all too often others inject enough that the original idea and goal gets lost. Exactly. Now, I want to be clear. This is different from collaboration. Now, if you're collaborating on something with someone, yeah, that's going to happen. And you're going to have different ideas coming in and out. But if you have a plan and you know what that plan is, mm, well, I'll get into it. I digress. Sorry. Means I have to do this. Jeff on Facebook. Am I like, I feel like I am overloading. Hold on. I'm going to move the mic back a little bit because I hear something in my headphone and I'm not sure what it is. Jeff says, you need a friend that is truly rooting for your rise. I keep my intentions very close. Even well-meaning friends can derail your intentions. Absolutely. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. So I had a friend that I used to talk to on the phone every so often in a band, good friend. However, um, the curiosity was always, what are you working on? I want to know what you're working on right now. Like, what's going on? And I would tell him everything. And so I said, I'm working on this project, and I told him what it was. And in fact, I don't mind telling you now because it all went kaput and it went to hell in a handbasket really quick that year. So I was working on a project called Small Robots. And what it was going to be a sort of ABOX meets jazz. That's really what it was. It was like if ABOX made a jazz record, what would it sound like? And it was going to be like this weird jazz rhythms mixed in with a little bit of hip hop. And then the rest of it was going to be all electronic. And I had started to work on songs for this. And in fact, I actually found the project folder for this project about 2 weeks ago. I ran across it, which is why it probably popped into my head again. So anyway, yeah, I was telling someone about it, and then I started to tell everyone about it around in my circle of friends at the time. And the criticism started early, where it was like, jazz? I thought you didn't even like jazz, which I'm not a big fan of jazz. I'm not. But it depends on the type of jazz. Certain types of jazz. So I shouldn't say all jazz. Certain types of jazz. So as I was telling them about this stuff, and I played one person, I actually played some demos over the phone, and they were like, you know, God, what are you doing? Like, this is weird. Like, no one that's your fans are going to like this. And I was like, well, why? Like, what's wrong with it? It's catchy stuff. It's an interesting rhythm. And, so we argued about it. And then the argument left me with a bit of sadness that maybe I had thought of this all wrong. And I want to state clearly, clearly that because I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I'm going to say. In the end, not working on the project was my fault, meaning I take full responsibility for not seeing it through all the way to the end and then deciding it sucks. That's on me. However, I'm also saying that because I told people about it and they weren't into the idea, especially, look, I run in certain circles that are very, what I call strict synth pop, meaning you mention anything that's not going to have an arpeggiator in it and they get mad. You say you're going to use an acoustic drum set, they get mad. You say you're going to use guitars, they get mad. I tend to be a purist in certain things, for certain things, but not everything. So for me, it's this idea that, you know, uh, it was on me. Okay. I said, I stopped doing it. I messed up the project. I put it away, never touched it again. It's no one else's fault, my own fault. But I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have told anyone. What I should have done, well, okay, Fernando says, I dislike all and every type of possible jazz. Well, that's great, but not everyone is like you. And that's something that, again, in life, we all have to realize not everyone is like us. And you don't know what you don't know. Meaning, I love Radiohead, for example. Radiohead delves into some jazz. I love Portishead. Portishead delves into jazz. So I was influenced by those things. And I thought, man, I could do this. So as Jeff says, yes, sowing all the seeds of doubt. Exactly. And think of think of it like this. going aside from my project, because that was just one example, but I'll give you another. The same is if you have the resolution that you're going to get healthy and you're going to do exercise and all this stuff. The first week that you mess up, if you have someone in your ear saying, you said you were going to do this, and now you're just a fat slob and you're not doing everything you said you were going to do, and blah, 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 blah. The seeds of doubt, the seeds of non-support, all these things are going to crowd into the physical space that you're occupying with this intention. Those words are like action items, but instead of drawing you to it, it draws you away from it. And now you start to feel like, you know. So my point is that there are certain things that I'm going to do always, which I'm never going to tell a soul that I'm doing them until they're almost done. I could think of another one that was more recent, that where I started to tell people that I wasn't that much into vinyl, and I remember that conversation, how it went like completely into like a land that I didn't even expect it was going to go into. Um, so you will find that I don't tend to tell people what I'm working on anymore. For the last couple of years, I'll say I'm working on an album. I'll tell them a little bit about it, but I don't tend to give away too much until, of course, it's done, or that the project is so close to fruition that there's no turning back. So, um, so that type of thing. So at the moment, um, when I'm thinking about New Year's resolutions, there are certain ones that I will be public with. Like if I say, hey, I'm going to do more of my walking, or last year's resolution, which was I'm going to scale things up a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to scale things up. Was I able to get that done? Absolutely. Now, did it scale to the point where I wanted it to scale? No, not at all. But did it scale to a point where I could say, hey, I did more than someone else would have done in my shoes? Absolutely. I mean, and I got it done. Things that were not easy to do. So in the last 2 weeks, I've been working on some projects and some things that soon enough, I'll start telling you guys about it. When I tell you something about what's happening with ABOX or something like that, it's usually while I'm in the middle of it, where I know that there is nothing that could take me away from it, because I'm human, and being human, it means that I am susceptible to negativity, envy, all these things that, come out of the woodworks. Because I have friends who, quite frankly, aren't doing much. And then they'll say, I'm not into this right now. And I'm like, well, I am. And it's like, why do we need to have an argument about like what we're each into? And to me, that's where the territories get weird. So I try. Yeah, there you go. Kathy on YouTube has the right idea here. And I'm going to read her comment. It seems like if you say the plans out loud, it kind of makes everything seem to work against you. Maybe that's just me. No, it's not just you. You're right. You're 100% right. Now, you can say a part of that plan, the part that can't, as long as you know that any negative things that come your, like if you say, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and everyone around you goes, why? You already know that you started way off. Now, if you say, I'm looking into some new hobbies this year. I'm looking into some new interests. I'm going to expand my horizons. It's very difficult for someone to say why, because that's a nice thing to do. They don't know what direction. And if they say to you, like what? You're like, I don't know, but I'll find it when I get there. I'll know when I get there, but I'm going to try a few things. I think I'll spend some time in the library. I'll do a little bit of research, and I'll see what's up. Maybe I'll talk to a few people online and figure myself out. They can't really say anything negative about that. But what you're really researching is how to start a YouTube channel. And you work on your YouTube channel. You do your YouTube channel. You start it, and then they're like, hey, I saw a video. Did you start a YouTube channel? I sure did. You did it. And now, if that person has a negative connotation, it's too late. You've already done it. So it won't affect you because it's just not going to happen. Like you're stopping the energy flow at it. You stopped it at its source early on, and you went forward with your plan. So that's what I mean. Say something, get into the idea of a resolution, be public with it, but at the same time, keep some of it for yourself. Because, in fact, I would say keep a lot of it for yourself, because it's this other side that has to do with creativity, and I'm going to get into it when we come back. But I should play a song. Let's see. Whose song am I going to play? There was a nice, very, very nice request here. Yes. This was this is for JP on X. This is the first demo version, the very first version of Hypocrites. And when we come back, I'll turn on the I don't know. I'll turn on the moon chat so we can. Oh, no, that's not it. Whoops, it's on my notes. Yeah, moon chat sounds good. We'll keep the chat going. How's that? Well, the chat disappeared. So I guess we're doing visuals. Ah. I will get this mute the mic, bring the camera back thing down. It's cool because I love the idea that I can mute the mic now, which is great because I can like make total noise in this room and no one can hear anything. But it's like a bit of a jump. Um, but let me explain something, which is funny. It's a tech thing, but it's for the techie people out there. So yes, I can do keystrokes to uh, make the scene changes and mute the mic. But here's the problem: my actual sound card, as high end as it is, which is funny because it really is high end, doesn't respond to keystroke. So what happens is if I do a keystroke for the camera, it will shut off the actual sound card. I don't know why that works that way, but it does, and I haven't been able to fix it. So I have to kind of like go between the two control panels, as it were. But anyway, I digress. That was an excuse to have iced tea because I'm not doing alcohol tonight. Mm-hmm. Fooled you all. No alcohol tonight. I'm staying clean. But that's okay. You know, that's right. You are very smart, Mr. Stephen Olaf. I just want you to know. So now that it is 9 o'clock, we're going to continue talking. However, where did I put it? Did I do it here? No. Oh, it was in the drone cam. Yeah. So, as you may be able to see, my phone is open. So, one of you can call in and talk to me and discuss tonight's subject. I will keep the number online until the phone rings, and hopefully it does ring. And because I haven't tested this, so it could completely fail. In fact, it's probably going to fail. No! Well, anyway, hopefully someone calls. We will find out shortly. If someone calls, unleash the phone. You want to be first, Steve? Just so that I can get it to work. Call the number on your screen. Nothing bad's going to happen to you, except I have to answer the phone. So we'll see what happens. Unleash the phone. But Todd says on Facebook, sometimes I spend more time trying to solve the problem I've created by trying to simplify something. Interesting. I think I'm the opposite. I tend to have the really simplest, coolest idea. I know that it's a good idea, and there we go.
Call from Emilio. To
I accept.
press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Oh, come on.
Call from
I think you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, Cloud. This is Sad. Hey, just making sure your line worked for you.
How's it going?
This is Saturday from San Antonio.
Hey, how are you, man?
Great, yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, really. I mean, the topic you're talking about, I really don't have much input that you have. So yeah, so.
But it works.
Perfect. And then maybe when we switch topics, I might have more to share.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I appreciate you.
Oh no, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling.
Of course. Bye.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Steve. I think that oh, I see. Let me see if I can fix that volume thing because these are like things that I can only do when. Well, someone try again. do try and see if we can get it to work. Actually, we're going to do it like this. I'm taking it off the. I think it seems to work better when someone just calls and I put the phone up to the. There we go. Ouch. Hello. You're on the air.
No.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. There's a delay on TV.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like the radio station stuff. If you're listening to it on the TV and you're trying to like hear yourself at the same time, it's a delay.
Yeah,
That
no, it's all good. I'm paying attention to only one function.
There you go. So how you feeling, man?
Oh, it's fantastic, fantastic, man. It's you know, music heals, right?
Yes, it.
Music heals. So it's been difficult for the last 8 months for me to try to do anything about my outside of my normal functions, like just getting by. So I've been watching very little of the streams, but now that I have done my operation listening tonight and listening to your songs and your interaction with your fans and your fans coming back to you, I gotta say it. There's a healing process to it.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Emilio. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're very important to me. You're very important to the community. I hope you know that.
You to me also.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I just want to say that I'm glad you're doing good. And I'm going to ask you, what's your New Year's resolution? Or is it a
My
secret?
New Year's, no secret. Well, really, a lot of my attention in life now, after I have two children, right? I have an 18 and I have a 12-year-old, is really to concentrate on my children, for my children to have. So I'm going to share with your audience that I had a double bypass. I'm great. Nobody hurt. The hump has been climbed. But I want to leave them with this. Look, take care of yourself. Don't let time go. If you feel yourself and you're not the way you normally are, if you feel different from the day you wake up one day to the next, go. Go. There is no money that is worth our lives.
Absolutely, man.
And so let's take care of ourselves so we could be around for each other. Because obviously, as a community, we're stronger, right? We feel it every Friday. So let's stay around for each other, man. I become friends with people like Eric in Texas. I didn't know him before this, and he asked me to be my friend on Facebook. I accepted. I have no problem with that. And if Eric says, "Oh, I've been sick," you feel for that person, right? So, but at the same time, we're thinking, "Oh, I hope that person gets better." So we're putting energy out into this space for us to heal each other. So these things are important. What you're doing is magnificent. This video cast and music cast that you do. Maybe in the future we'll have more. Like the test as results. Maybe we'll have more results of this. But for me, I can tell you, I am healed when I come here on Friday.
Oh man, thank you,
And I
man.
know,
Don't make me tear up, man, because it's gonna be messed up.
well, we have a long relationship, right? So it's going to be more intense for us.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm speaking about a long friendship. So it is very intense for me when I hear, songs come through that, basically, I grew up on, in a sense, right? And of course, you had very instrumental parts of my life that marked me, like, me going to visit Europe, and everywhere I'm going, I'm hearing Living in Oblivion. That for me, that was such a blow of mind. I can't even explain that. I had a friend of mine that was in television, and he would always ask the artist, "When was it the first time you heard yourself on the radio?" And I always thought that was such a great question of him to ask of artists. But for me, it was like, "Hey, Emilio, when was the last time you heard somebody on the radio that you gave a home to, that you gave a stage to, that you
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy stuff,
yeah,
isn't
man,
it?
yeah, we're part of a huge healing process, man. So let's not give up. And really, I called to thank you for reaching out to me and let your fans know that there's a lot of love here. Don't give up on yourselves. Don't let yourselves feel strange one day. Find a doctor. Actually, don't go to a doctor. Go right to the hospital. You know why? Because they got to check everything.
Yeah, sounds like a
Instead
plan.
of going, yeah, don't go to one doctor, then one doctor will send you to another doctor. You go to the hospital. This is how I'm feeling.
Done deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for a checkup
That's
in
it.
January myself. So, like, yeah, doing full physical. So,
Nice. Very
absolutely.
good, brother. Very good. But I don't want to keep too much time. There's more people. There's very little shirt space. Love you guys. Love your audience. Keep up the good work. And, I've been thinking about you and Moby doing a collaboration, man.
That would be funny. I'd do it.
He's a punk rocker from the New York area.
I know.
People
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I would do it. Put me in a room. I'll do it.
His song Porcelain.
Oh,
comes
yeah,
on,
yeah,
I
yeah.
cry like a baby.
Good one.
I cry like a baby every time.
Good song, man.
But that's it. That's it. Love you, Claude. Love your audience, man. Keep cool.
I love you, man. Bye.
Peace.
So there we go. That was Emilio. The person who was responsible in many ways for helping ABOX out in the early days and giving us a home, a place to play. So yeah, I'm glad you're doing good, man. Shout out everyone to Emilio. Send him the good vibes. He's recovering great. And I want to thank Mikey for calling me today as well, because I had no idea that this had happened until Mikey called me this morning. So it just goes to show you that there's a little network, that I have that helps to make sure that things stay on top of things, because I'm terrible with that. Like, I'm the worst offender of staying on top of things. So in this case, I'm very happy that things worked out the way they worked out. So, but let's play a song. Hey Adam, how you doing? Um, Adam Collier on Facebook from Blacklight. Nice. So our topic will continue in a moment, but we'll play a song for now. Let me, we'll put some visuals on. And this was a request from Sherry Bell on Instagram, I believe, because I forgot to write that down. This is a song from Electrodelica. This is Heaven 60. And this one I wrote when my dad passed away. Well, it was actually like my dad and my grandmother. So this one has like a special thing for me. But this particular version is it's like one of the early mixes. So it's not the acoustic. I don't think I've played this version or this mix. But anyway, here we go.
I stumbled on a hillside begging for the answer to a dream where I turned myself to stone. And in the dream there was a girl, she shook my hand, I said hello. It folded as I crumbled. I don't know why all the rains must always fall onto me. There are colors in the sky we cannot see, I do believe. And she said, So I told myself I'd have to find my way across alone. There are no reasons why. Just then the birds that flew all took me in their wings, and then I knew everything is surely something. My father died, never knowing what it was, and it was plain. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say, just it's the pain. And she said, heaven is the only way to fade. Heaven is the only way to fade. So when I shut my eyes, I cannot wait for the replies from her. I'm sure she'll understand that after all the time is gone, I'll know I'll live my life in full, as great as I can be. And in the dream, the girl reached out into the night. We flew away. I asked her if she had any old regrets that made her stay. And she said, heaven is the only way to fade. Heaven is the only way to fade. And she said, heaven is the only way to. Heaven is the only way to. Heaven is the only way to. Heaven is the only way to fade.
I made it. No weird silence. That was Heaven 64, Sherry Bell. Thank you, by the way, for those books once again. I am going to show off all the things that I got on the next stream. Somebody please remind me this week, because I left them all in the garage, which was not cool. Epic failure there, but it happens. But so the topic of the evening has been, I'll go back to the drone cam for a second. The topic of the evening for tonight has been resolutions, New Year's resolutions, and it always happens. Sorry. My chat just died, as I just saw. Give me a moment and let's see what happens here. Someone typed something. Thank you. Um, but yes, I am flashing the phone number. The ABOX line is open. So you can call in and tell me what your New Year's resolution is, and or why you're not going to tell anyone what your New Year's resolution is. If you're choosing to keep it a secret, or if you're choosing to make it public. So the number is 424-290-1929. And yes, it's like a radio station thing. If you call, you'll have to turn the volume down on your whatever device you're listening on. Otherwise, or you're gonna hear some sort of delay. But and there it goes. The phone is ringing. Ouch. Hello. So hi. You're on the air.
Hey, Claude, it's Alfonso and Esther. How you doing?
Hey, how are you, man?
Good. I grabbed Esther from upstairs because she was still up. There she is.
She's like, no.
Yeah, I said, oh, there's your plushie. And then she was like, I'm a little scared. I mean, she was all excited. And then when close to call, she got a little nervous. But
So tell me, what's your New Year's resolution, or is it a secret?
well, mine's to move heavy things again. I had like 5 of them that some of our church members they came up with, and so I was able to do that one and share that one because that's just moving your body around and getting up and moving it. So when somebody said that they like to keep it simple earlier, I think that helps me too when I do that to keep to fulfill my resolution if I do make one.
There you go. Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I was going to talk about that too, which is keeping the resolution really simple but focused.
Exactly.
Because I think that some people will say something like, "Oh, I want to, my goal is to lose weight and lose 50 pounds." And to me, it's like, well, that's a lot, and it's while it seems very concise, it's like I think the better thing is to say like, okay, I'm going to get into better shape by starting to walk, and I'll take it from there. You know what I mean? Like, or I'm going to start taking vitamin supplements every morning, and or make my meal slightly smaller. Whatever it is, you can simplify it and make it something that you can do rather than like some weird vague, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds. And you're like, by when? And like you don't have any idea of how it's gonna happen. I mean, I believe in true intention and prayer, of course, that you can pray for such things and or intend them. But I feel that if I can get like super religious here, because someone's gonna be like, you're talking God stuff, but I can. But sorry, I'm a believer, folks. But I feel like even when it comes to your God or whatever deity people believe in, it's very easy. It's much better, I think, when you're very concise with what you need, rather than vague.
Baby steps. Yeah, just one thing at a time, and also trying to do something that you're kind of already doing. Like
Exactly.
that you're gonna do something on your sampler. Well, you already have like maybe some ideas. You're waiting for your sample. You already have some ideas. Start just working on the 1 or 2 samples.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then stuff gets done.
That's how it gets done, man.
Did you want to say anything else about yours? They didn't have a resolution, but you want to ask Todd anything about music?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How do you play solo?
Wait, say that again.
Say it louder.
How do you play solo? Tell me now.
How do I play so long?
How do you play so well? How do you play so well?
Oh, well, thank you for that. I don't know that I do play very well. I think that I just practice. I just try to practice. Always practice.
She said, yes, you do. And that's what she does. She practices well, and that leads to playing well. When you perform.
Yep. When you practice every day, it keeps you on your toes. And always try different weird things that you're not sure how to play. And even if you mess up, it's okay.
Perfect. She's good at doing that, and she does that even in the crafting and stuff like that. She got a pottery wheel from her grandmother, and she's been every day got to go up and clean them. So she's been making something. So or playing her violin, she's in her piano. So yeah. Well, thanks, Claude. We just want to call in and say hi.
Well, Happy New Year. I know it's early, but it's the last stream of the year, and we won't see each other until next year. So have a great New Year. And
You too. Hope to see you at a concert soon. Maybe Chicago. Love to come to San Francisco, but we only went out there one other time to see my friend when we were out there in Sacramento. We drove up there. But yeah, look forward to seeing you. And
Chicago's going to happen. I got a feeling. Here, I'll give you a hint. I think that Chicago's happening in February.
Oh, again? Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think so. Yeah, it's being talked about, so I got a feeling it's going to go through. So we'll see.
At Distro?
I can't say. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Let's just say that they're all negotiating and doing their stuff. So I should know fairly soon.
Awesome. Sounds great.
All right.
Happy New Year again.
Ha. Well, have an awesome New Year.
You too. Thank you.
Bye, Esther.
Goodbye.
I still have your look. Well, let's see if I can show it. Hold on. Check this out.
I'm looking up.
She'll see it on the stream's a little delayed when we're watching, so she'll see it later.
You see it? It's on. There it is. It's
Hold on.
Yeah, are we live? 1 second, let me look in here. I have to go forward. No, yeah, we're a little delayed. Oh,
well.
no, she's throwing the
I see it.
Haha, there we go. Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Claude. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm having fun bringing the phone back. It's going to be fun. So far so good. So far so good. Yay. So let's play a song. This one is for Wendy, because Wendy had requested this one last week. And truth be told, I was looking for a specific version that I had, which, it's like most people won't know that it's a different version, but it's a different mix. I think the vocals pop out a little more on this mix. But she wanted interleave, and there was actually 2 requests for diary songs this week, and I was really happy about that, especially stuff from page 1. So I'm going to play interleave for Wendy. I hope you're still out there, Wendy, listening. And I'm going to, I'll put the visuals on. That way I don't embarrass myself. Here we go. Interleave. I want to say thank you to all of you that are tuned in tonight. It makes it so much better to end the year off in a good way. I have to tell you that um, the holidays are a little weird for me. Like everybody has something to do with the holidays, right? Like either you had really good ones or you had really bad ones. In my family, growing up, holidays were a mixed bag. Coming from an Argentine family, it meant that everybody was going to argue and fight until late at night and then make up before the holiday was over. So it was always tumultuous. So I find holidays very, I don't know, as I've gotten older, like sweet and sour. Okay. But I do enjoy New Year's. I think New Year's is a really great holiday. Although I am grateful that I don't usually do shows around this time. I love doing shows in November, and which is why ABOX got the whole Thanksgiving months wrapped up. But I do enjoy having time off in December, but at the same time, I start to get that weird, like post show depression thing happening where I'm like, oh, what's happening? You know, so it's been a little tough on me. But for some of you, I know it's been even tougher because as we get older, we have to deal with friends who pass, and I know what that's like, and even family. So it sucks. So I do understand that um, these things are hard to quantify as you're leaving a year going into the next one because you're trying to be positive going into the next year. But at the same time, if all these bad things have happened to you, I totally understand how you're not like totally enthused about the next year that's to come. But let's think about it. When we wake up, we are blessed, you know? Ooh, this is sorry, I'm interrupting myself because I just got a really nice comment here and I want to read. In fact, I want to copy it. I want to copy it and post it on the chat so that everyone can see it, not just on Facebook, because it's a good one. So I'll read it. Claudia Calderon Dennis on Facebook says, my resolution is to see myself in people I come across each day. Be kind and patient always. I could be the person at the drive-thru, the register, the doctor's office, etc. I lost my job last year in human resources, and I've been trying to find myself, career or job-wise, and always tell myself it could be you behind that register desk. The older I get, the harder it is. Suddenly you're overqualified and they only want entry-level people, not people with 10 to 20 years experience. New Year's planned. Find myself. Happy New Year's, Claude. Well, Claudia, I think you're going to find yourself. As a comedian, friend slash a fanboy of a comedian says, look in the mirror. There, you found yourself. You're right there. You're right there. I'm being funny, but at the same time, be kind to yourself and realize that all these little hurdles, they're just hurdles. But I will tell you that that first part of your resolution is one of the nicest ones I've read, bar none, in all the comments I've seen tonight and all the ones I've seen and looked through online. So I want to read it, that section one more time because I really like it. And I really want everyone to send you the best vibes ever because of this. Your resolution, you said, my resolution is to see myself in people I come across each and every day. Be kind and patient always, because I could be the person at that drive-through, the register, and so forth. And you know what? That is a great resolution. I am behind you 150 million percent. This is something that I always think about. This is something that I think about when, I know this is going to sound really crazy, but I always think about this when I encounter a situation where the person is not the nicest to me. Meaning, if someone's being rude or someone cuts me off on the freeway or something like that, I try to think that I don't know what is going on in this person's life. And it could be that they're rushing to the hospital. Look, my friend did that just a few days ago. Um, or maybe they've just found out that one of their loved ones just died, that they're in a bad mood. You know, I've come across people that will tell me these things when I show empathy and I try not to react to the negative aspect that I'm being faced with. So I think that it's a beautiful thing to have in your heart every day, and I'm with you all the way on that one. So you win with the best, absolute best, and most focused resolution of the entire stream, Claudia. And as Carrie Phillips says on Facebook, the hurdles become lessons for growth and finding yourself. It's that's been my year as well. It's so true that we are all part of each other. We are so much more connected than we are told. Let's put it that way. Because you can see yourself in others. You can. It takes an effort. And you know, one of the things that I am striving to do, and this is part of another part of my public resolution, by the way, is to try to curb my political side of it, because I find that whenever that gets in the way, it's very easy to put people into little boxes. So what I'm trying to do this year is I'm going to try to avoid that aspect of it and focus more on the human factor. Because to me, in the end, all that matters is that I do the best I can to leave the world a better place. This is what my grandfather used to tell me when I was a kid. He said, your job, no matter what job you ever take, this was my grandfather's actual advice, by the way. My grandfather always used to tell me, your job is to leave the world in a better shape than when you got into it, with anything you do, whether it's building a house, being a plumber, doing whatever. And in the context of my grandfather, I want you to know it's about painting houses and being a handyman. That's what he was. So in that context, he was trying to tell me, you're leaving that person's house in a better state. You're leaving that person's plumbing in a better state. But it got into my head that everything that you do, right, has an effect on other people. So it isn't exactly a terrible thing to think, hey, what impact do I have that could be a negative impact? It's good to think about that kind of stuff. It's good to think, what positive energy am I contributing to the world? We talked about this last week. But the reality of it is, it's hard to follow. So I applaud you, Claudia. I applaud you. And not just because you have the same name as me. I applaud you for having that resolution. It was good. It went right in, and I love it. I think I will apply parts of that resolution to my secret ones, because I have a few secret resolutions, which is, of course, what this was about. But I digress. Alcohol free tonight. It's tea. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you for being here tonight with me and enjoying these last few days of 2024, because who knows what's going to happen in the next couple days. I hope that January comes through without a hitch, and that my personal wish for all of you is that the new year brings you happiness, joy, intuition, clarity. We can do this. We can all do this. I'm a firm believer that we can do it. So I'm going to play two songs because that time is quickly coming to us. One's a sad song, One's a song that I wrote specifically for New Year's. And I think I'm going to play it every year and never release it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this song every year and never release it so that the only time you can hear it is during this time. That seems like a plan. But for now, this is a request that I had gotten. Let's see. Who was this one? Oh, yes. So this one goes out to DJ Bertman on Meta, or Facebook, as I like to say. This is from the Diary album, page 1. This is called Final. Not vinyl, but final. Final vinyl. I'm so corny.
And so another evening comes to a desperate close. No one to say goodnight to at this hour. I had a distant foresight of what could have been real, if only nothing faded, nothing to be feared. If I had a memory, if I had a thought to share, something to hold on to, something bright as stars, there would be no final moments, this long wait for the dawn. Another sun is rising where my soul seems to fall. These are the final days. 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 These are the final
So awesome. Thank you. Oops, wrong camera. This happens. Wrong camera, see? How many cameras can I go through before I find the right one? That's a good question. I'm kidding. I know. Well, it's either, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like, how many are there now? 4? Holy cow. I lose count because I keep trying different cameras and I hook them up. There's an overhead, synth cam 1, synth cam 2, which is on the mic. You can see it right there. So if I turn that one on, I think you'll see the synth, which is nice. Yeah, I know. I'm wasting time. And then, of course, the two cameras in front of me, which they're the same. It's there's a black and white cam, the color cam, and I forget which one I'm looking at half the time anyway, which is why people said they come here because they like seeing me mess up, which is funny. Oh, nice. Leaf Anders Hansen says, got your Peace album on cassette. It's so good. On cassette. That's rad. Thank you. So, Joe, that's funny, man. That's so funny. Joe on Facebook says, like they say, it's never final until the fat lady sings. Well, so we've come to the end one more time. End of stream, end of year. And before I play the last song that will take us out, I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you for joining me tonight. And I hope that you will join me on the next one, which I think will be next week. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not. It could take me a little longer, only because I'm sort of rethinking of doing something with the room to do like a live set, because I'm dying to do a live set in the room. So I'm going to see how feasible it is. And if it's possible, we will do this next week. But I'm not promising because I can't promise. There's a lot to do. So this last song that's going to take us out is a song that I've decided for good or bad for the moment, because you can't get this anywhere. At least I don't think so. I don't think I even made this a download at this point. But this is a New Year's song that I wrote, and I used my little 24-bit recorder to go to my family's house when we were celebrating Christmas Day, and I recorded everyone. So my entire family's in this song, as well as some of my bandmates, and it's a song I wrote for my sister, and because she was kind of going through some time at that in that period. And I wrote a song for my sis and my baby sister. And oh yeah, Wendy said, "What's the free thing?" Oh yeah. Well, let's get that out of the way, because tomorrow I'm going to post it anyway. But I'll get it in the chat now. So 2024 is over. And what I wanted to do is, for the remixers and the people out there, I've sent these stems out to the entire planet of people that I thought were going to be cool to remix this song. And I've gotten some really nice ones, but now I'm going to make the link public. So anyone who wants to listen to all the stems of Heaven from the new album, you can just download them and have fun. Enjoy yourselves. But to get back to the I'll post about this during the week. It's going to be a freebie for you guys to mess around with. But a few people that I did send this link to early have done some amazing mixes, and they will be seen sometime in January when the single comes out. But anyway, this is called the New Year song. Yeah. Dumb title, but yeah, it's the New Year song. And I will leave you off with this song. I'm going to turn on the visuals, as I usually do, and I'll start turning things off, and I will see you on the next one, my favorite people. I will see you next year. So this is ABOX, the New Year song.
Sitting down to breathe, and in the corner is the perfect Christmas tree. You have been through much, although the holiday has blessed you with your friends. Hey, it's okay, you will find your way patience, give yourself some time. Another year to grow and have a happy new year. Have a happy new year and have a happy new year. Have a happy new year. You'll take down the tree, and if you want to, you could save a breath for me. Let's do a toast to friendship and to hope, where love and peace still reign. And have a happy new year. Have a happy new year. And have a happy new year. Have a happy new year. Now it's time to breathe. Time to make a stand. Give it all you've got. Be who you will be. And have a happy new year. 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 Have a happy new year.
Have a happy new year. I'll see you on the other side. Good night. I love you all.
I'm tired of it. Can't you see it?